I'm Dianne Arnold. I've been selling real estate now for 37 years. I have been with Coldwell Banker Southern for the longest period of time of any of our agents here. Harold, our acting broker, and I are the two old timers here. I am married to Steve Arnold, a retired steam fitter. I've had two sons, Mark and Clint. I lost Clint in a car wreck 17 years ago. I am blessed with three granddaughters, and the youngest one is working with me now as a partner in real estate, and her name is Madison Arnold. She's had her license now for 2 years and goes to MTSU full-time. We live in the little town of Bell Buckle in a 1920 Sears and Roebuck kid house that we're currently remodeling. It is changing from an 1,856 square foot house to a 5,000 square foot house, which I don't know why two people needs that, but my husband's got this idea. Probably will go on the market soon as it is finished because there's no need to have that size house. Love selling real estate. On my fourth generation of families. I grew up on a 100-acre farm in Unionville, Tennessee, so I'm born and raised here in Bedford County, and I'm better known as the hometown specialist with the Coldwell Banker.
What made you decide to come work for Coldwell Banker?
Well, I had been selling real estate 3 years. Harold had asked me to come to work for him 3 years earlier, and I didn't. And finally, I decided to. I don't like change a lot. I do like to work in a place that it feels like home and feels like a big family. And that's what our office here in Sheffield, Tennessee is.
What has been your experience like since you started working here at Coldwell Banker?
Oh, I've been busy. I got into real estate when interest rates were 11.5%. They dropped to 9% in 4 months after I started. Listed my first house, sold it the second day after it was listed. My broker said, "This is not normal. You don't do this. You start out by listing all your family and your friends, and you don't have a sale for 6 months." And I said, "Well, I'm a salesman. I have always been a salesman and been in sales all my life. My dad, who raised me on that 100-acre farm, was a horse and cattle trader, and I followed him everywhere he went. He didn't have a little boy at that time, and I followed him everywhere. One of my older brothers was the best auctioneer we had in Bedford County for years. So I was at all the auctions and everything, and I just grew up loving it, and I love meeting people and being around people and meeting new people. So that's what made me decide I wanted to do it."
What would you tell an agent who's considering coming to work for Coldwell Banker?
I would tell them, come and join our big family. It is a good experience, and we're all here to help each other. And I'm proud to help anybody that's first starting out to get them to where they know the principles and what they need to know and the ethics that they need to take through life.
What do you do to secure most of your business?
Word of mouth is my best advertisement. I advertise heavily. I usually advertise as heavily as the company. Especially nowadays, you need that presence out there. Lots of our buyers are coming from other states. They move here and say they get a raise because they can live here on their Social Security checks. Property tax cheaper. Everything's cheaper to live here than where they're at. Coldwell Banker supports you in every way. They have all types of materials for you to learn from and to keep up to date. And yes, I am one of the old timers, but I try to keep as up to date as I can. You got to spend a little money to make some money. And there's lots of young people starting out that does not realize that. And you do. You have to put yourself out there so people recognize you. One of our newer agents that's just come on board here, when I introduced myself to him, he says, "I've heard your name 100 times." So word of mouth's your best advertisement. And like I said, I'm on my fourth generations of the families. And as long as you take good care of them, you're honest, you treat them like you want to be treated, you will always have business.